Jane Eyre, a tale of resilience and love. Jane Eyre's childhood is marked by loneliness and cruelty. Orphaned at a young age, she is sent to live with her cold and unloving aunt, Mrs. Reed, and her cruel cousins at Gateshead Hall. Mistreated and unloved, Jane endures their abuse until she is sent away to Lowood Institution, a charity school with harsh conditions. At Lowood, Jane experiences hunger, cold, and the loss of her dear friend, Helen Burns. But through education and perseverance, she grows into a strong, intelligent young woman. Despite the hardships, Jane's spirit remains unbroken. She longs for independence, for a life beyond the confines of poverty and oppression. Determined to carve her own path, Jane becomes a governess at Thornfield Hall, a grand yet mysterious estate. Her student, Adele, is a lively child under the care of the brooding and enigmatic master, Mr. Edward Rochester. He is dark, intense, and troubled, yet Jane finds herself drawn to him. Their conversations are filled with wit, intelligence, and an undeniable connection. As months pass, Jane falls deeply in love with Rochester. He too seems to return her affections, and their bond grows stronger. In his presence, she feels seen, respected, and valued, not as a mere governess, but as an equal. However, Thornfield holds secrets that whisper through the corridors at night. Jane hears strange laughter, unexplained noises, and senses a lurking presence in the attic. The truth, however, remains hidden. Just when happiness seems within reach, tragedy strikes. On the morning of their wedding, a terrible truth is revealed. Mr. Rochester is already married. His wife, Bertha Mason, has been hidden away in Thornfield's attic for years, consumed by madness. Jane's heart shatters. Though she loves Rochester deeply, she refuses to be part of a relationship built on deception. With a heavy heart, she leaves Thornfield, choosing morality over passion. Homeless and penniless, she wanders the countryside, facing hunger and despair. Days blur together as she walks with no destination, her body weak but her resolve unbroken. She collapses on the doorstep of a humble parsonage where the kind-hearted Rivers family rescues her. With their help, she rebuilds her life, finding solace in her own strength and independence. While staying with the Rivers family, Jane discovers a shocking truth. She has inherited a fortune from a long-lost relative. For the first time, she has financial independence, the freedom to make her own choices. St. John Rivers, a devout and ambitious clergyman, proposes marriage, urging Jane to join him on a missionary journey to India. Though she respects him, Jane knows she cannot marry without love. St. John offers duty, security, and purpose, but not passion. Jane's heart remains tethered to another. One night, as she stands alone in quiet contemplation, she hears a voice, Rochester's voice, calling her name. The connection between them is unbroken. Compelled by an unseen force, she returns to Thornfield. Jane arrives to find Thornfield in ruins. Bertha Mason, in a final act of madness, set fire to the house before leaping to her death. Rochester, trying to save her, was left blind and crippled. Seeing him now, broken, vulnerable, Jane realizes that her love has not faded. She chooses him, not out of pity, but out of deep, unwavering devotion. Rochester, humbled by his suffering, welcomes her with open arms. Their love, once passionate and fiery, is now steadier, stronger, and rooted in understanding. In the end, Jane's journey is not just about finding love, but about finding herself. She has fought against cruelty, loneliness, and despair, emerging stronger each time. She returns to Rochester not as a lost soul, but as a woman who has chosen her own fate. Her love for him is not one of dependence, but of equals, built on honesty and true connection. As they begin their new life together, Jane finally finds the peace and belonging she has always longed for.